What's going on, everyone? So today we got to talk about Zora. We're going to talk about where I think Zora is going next. We've been having a lot of swings, but a lot of downward pressure on Zora. So I'm going to talk about where some of that downward pressure is coming from and what I believe is coming up next year. So anyways, stick around to the end of the video. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, but let's get straight into it. So let's talk about Zora, because as you can see, Zora is down 5.3% in the last 24 hours. Pretty much every single time frame that we have here, Zora is down by 6.2% in the last 7 days, 18% in the last 14 days, 31% in the last 30 days. So it's no secret that Zora is, not doing too well. Okay. And also shout out to the subscribers. I always watch all of your comments. A subscriber was saying, hey, do a review on Zora again, do an update on Zora. So shout out to you, big shout out to you. But let's really talk about this, because Zora, I was talking about Zora a lot before, but ever since it's been on that downtrend, I've kind of slowed down a little bit. But I do think that it's nearing the end of this downtrend, and I will explain why here. So in the last 24 hours, we have 39 million inside of trading volume, 231 million in market cap. So now that we've got all that stuff out the way, 996,000 holders, 996,232. And 2 weeks ago, 989,899. So approximately 7,000, or a little over 7,000 holders inside of 2 weeks. That's pretty good. So Zora is doing good in those regards as well. I'm also noticing a lot of people are seemingly bullish on Zora now. It's almost like they're reversing. But yeah, there's also a rumor that Zora is going to be launching a live streaming service, and that's what this person's saying here. So, and this is another person's technical analysis, which I kind of have a similar outlook to it. And this is another person showing their technicals. So I like to show now like what other people are also thinking, so it can kind of confirmation bias, I guess. But anyways, let's come over here and do some technical analysis. So first of all, I did not pay for TradingView. Okay. All right. Anyway, so look, we're in a falling wedge. All right. This is a falling wedge here on Zora. In the last a few weeks, it's been inside of this falling wedge since August, really. So as you can see, since August, it's been going through this falling wedge. But now it's nearing the end of it. And before anyone tries to say, "Oh no, you're wrong," I don't think anyone would say I'm wrong, because I don't think anyone has that low of IQ. But anyways, you can see that it is hitting all of these levels here. No one's gonna contest me on that. We are in a falling wedge. Can't tell me otherwise. But anyways, you can see we have religiously hit this thing multiple times, and we are still inside of the falling wedge. So what is coming next inside of Zora? And look, this is the falling wedge, and it looks exactly like this. This is the falling wedge, the bullish falling wedge, coming from an initial sell-off, which we have a sell-off, but it wasn't an initial sell-off, right? This is the falling wedge that we are looking at on our side, uptrend falling wedge. We're seeing a falling wedge on the uptrend. So it's a little bit different, but it's still a bullish pattern. So just to kind of clarify that, right? You can see the difference between the two. They got the downtrend falling wedge, and they got the uptrend falling wedge. We are in the uptrend falling wedge. Okay, just kind of wanted to clarify that, because we were in an uptrend before we entered the falling wedge, which is an uptrend falling wedge. So this is what I believe is going to happen coming out of this falling wedge. I think that we got some more downward pressure pushing us down here to this support around 3 cents at the bottom of the falling wedge. But then around here, I think that this is where we break out. I feel like we break out around this area, somewhere around here. There is a possibility that we break out up here without coming down here first. There is that possibility, but I'm leaning more towards us breaking down below here for a few reasons. So first of all, before I even talk about that, it doesn't even matter if we break down, because we're still going up, right? So we can go up now, or we can break down and then go up, right? Just to kind of clarify that. We can do either one of those. But the reason why I'm more so focused on the downward trend and then breaking out is because of the MACD. We're seeing a lot of selling pressure here, and we can also see the selling pressure starting to pick back up. Buyers tried to step in, but now sellers are stepping right back in. This is the 2-hour chart on the %R trend exhaustion. We can see the long-term trend, which is the blue line. It's now curving downwards here. And we have the short-term trend trying to come back up too, but it's just they're probably gonna end up meeting in the middle, either coming down or going up from there, but it's gonna end up meeting in the middle. So a little bit of a pullback is inevitable here when it comes to Zora. So I think a pullback is inevitable. We can look at the hourly chart too. So on the hourly chart in Zora, you can also see on the MACD that selling pressure here. Still have selling pressure, not as much on the hourly chart, but it's still there. The %R trend exhaustion actively curving downwards here on the hourly chart. So still a bearish signal. So that's still a bearish signal as well. So we're seeing on multiple time frames here, we're looking bearish. Also the 4-hour chart, if you look on the 4-hour chart, the selling pressure is just getting started. That's what it's looking like to me on the 4-hour chart. And then when we have and that's on the MACD, and then we have the %R trend exhaustion, and you can kind of see here the long-term trend is kind of like stopped out here by the short-term trend. See how it's stopping it out there? They're probably both going to go curve downwards from here. That's what it's looking like to me. So all in all, I do believe we have this short-term pullback. Again, something like this, pulling back to the bottom of here, then breaking out, something like that. But yeah, if that happens, it's still a good thing for Zora, because it kind of confirms that A, Zora is about to break out, and B, once it does break out, we are confirmed in an uptrend, right? So that is, a good thing for Zora. So Zora has just been in a downtrend since August, so this would help out a lot. But what would also help and kind of trigger the breakout would be for them to release something on their platform, just put out something. If they're thinking about doing live streams, now is the time to do that. If they're considering it, now is the time to do that. So no more waiting, no more playing around. Like, they need to drop something now, do something that updates the project now. And they did just now add blocking. Blocking is now live, but I mean something that's really gonna change the project, really gonna bring eyes towards them. I think live streams would do that. They're a social media platform, so live streams, if they don't have live streams yet, that person mentioned that they don't, and that they were thinking about adding it, and it was a rumor. But if they don't have live streams yet, that is going to be the next step for Zora. Anyways, this is all I got for you all today. I just wanted to bring this to you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you guys want me to go over next. And hey, as always, I'll be back with another video.